David Tench season finale.
Thank you.
The David Tench season finale starts now.
Australia. I'm David Tench, and welcome to My Tonight. Second last show of the year, and it's no secret that our ratings are a little off. So executives here at Channel 10 have asked me to reach out to you and reveal a little bit more of myself. Not physically. You'll have to go onto YouTube to see that. Okay, so what do people want to know? What do I drive? Easy. I drive a Porsche 911. Not to show off, but out of sympathy for the victims of 9/11. My ideal weekend? That would involve bringing peace to the Middle East and letting the dove of unity fly forth unto the world. Either that or nailing Lindsay Lohan. Any more? Who would be my dream guest? My dream guest is Jesus. I'd ask him, have you read the Da Vinci Code? And are you frightened of albinos? Oh, look, this is ridiculous. I'm a TV star. I shouldn't have to ingratiate myself. That's what people do to me. Yeah, no more questions. I want a name drop instead. Look who was hanging out with the T-Man this week. Yep, Russell Crowe. A lot of people say that Russell's got a bad temper. But if you had to go to all of his concerts, you'd be in a bad mood, too. I'm a fan of his latest album. It's keeping a wonky table in the green room steady. Okay, my first guest is the lead ass on Jackass who survived incredible stunts to become a major Hollywood star. Stunts like this. He's been hit by a yak, but now it's time to have one. Please welcome Johnny Knoxville. Oh, Johnny. For most people, being blindfolded and charged by a yak would be the weirdest thing they've done. But for you, that wouldn't even be in the top 10, would it?
Yeah, I just call that Tuesday.
Tuesday.
I actually saw that on a Tom and Jerry cartoon. Tom was chasing Jerry through the house like he does, and all of a sudden he puts on a blindfold, puts in a cigarette, and a bull smokes him. And I was, it was the director of Jackass sitting next to me. I'm like, we really should do that for the movie. And he goes, okay. So it worked out. That was the second take, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, in the cartoon, Tom flew through the air, and the first one, the yak just threw me down and started mauling me. And I was like, God, this sucks, but the worst thing is I'm going to have to do it again.
You get a lot of inspiration from cartoons.
Right.
During the making of Jackass 2, a rocket exploded while you were writing it, Wile E. Coyote style.
Yes.
Now let's have a look at that, will you?
Yes.
Come on, show the clip.
Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville, and this is my big red rocket. If it had been like right here, that'd have been a picture wrap on old Knoxville.
Oh my God! Oh, Johnny, you're copying Wile E. Coyote. Why are you copying a stunt that you've already seen go wrong? It's like Katie Holmes getting married to Tom Cruise.
Yeah, it was just too good to pass up. Those were like foot-long metal rods.
Yeah.
They told me when I was riding the rocket this, if it fails, it'll go out the front and the back. And
it failed.
And it failed, but it went out the side, and it would have, left a hole in me like that. But luckily, you know, no one got killed, and we did it again right after.
Johnny, do people come up to you in the street and suggest new ways that you could injure yourself for their entertainment?
Yeah, that happens sometimes. Most everyone's pretty nice when they come up.
Oh, yeah.
But every now and then, guys want to try and prove they're tough by trying to fight me. And I'm just like, well, if you're going to want to prove you're tough, you should fight someone who's tough. I'm the worst fighter. I'm like 0-84 lifetime. So, yeah, I don't know why they pick fights with me.
Look, Johnny, I've got some ideas for some new stunts.
Perfect.
Now, you tell me if you like them.
Okay.
Coat your entire body in bacon, and then lock yourself in a room with Oprah. What do you think?
I don't think she eats pork.
No? Oh, maybe not. Try this one.
Okay.
This one is extremely dangerous. You may not want to do it.
Right.
It may scare you. You sit in a chair and listen to Al Gore for 4 hours while he explains the dangers of global warming.
I went to that movie.
Yeah?
And I know he's telling us the truth and but God, man, that was like fingernails on a chalkboard. Wait, if you're going to tell people the truth, make them laugh a little.
I think yeah. You do, and you tell us the truth. Now, while we're talking about movies, you've been hit in the head many, many times.
Yes.
Is that why you agreed to do The Dukes of Hazzard?
Thank you. Yeah, I think maybe that had something to do with it.
Okay. Now, tell me, Johnny, how do you think you're going to die? Or don't you want to spoil the end of Jackass 3?
I mean, what do you think I've been doing? What do you think I've been doing for the past 5 minutes?
Dying?
Gee, come on! Show business, Tenchy. Come on.
Johnny, do you ever wonder how stupid your obituary will be? Something like Johnny Knoxville impaled by a yak.
Well, I mean, my obituary, just my life is stupid. Like,
really?
Yeah, that should be pretty interesting, though.
It should be, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
You know, what's the difference between extreme bravery and extreme stupidity?
About 2 quarts of beer.
I thought you might say that. Johnny Knoxville, you're not a jackass. You are an entertainment machine. Thanks for coming on my show. Please thank Johnny Knoxville for Tench after this. We can let you go now. Thanks for coming on, man.
Oh, you trying to get rid of me now?
Yeah, piss off, will you?
No, I'm going to play a little game called I'm Not Leaving.
Somebody get the crane and the hose.
Hose? Sure.
Thanks a lot, Johnny.
All right, take care,
See you
Dave.
later, man.
Go changing channels.
The catastrophic meteor shower that destroyed the city brought something evil with it.
Meet the new bad guy. Buffy's James Masters joins Smallville. 7:30 Friday on 10.
The new Toyota Orion's F1-inspired dual VVTi V6 delivers 200 kilowatts and class-leading 6-cylinder fuel economy. The game has changed. Make your move.
How about this new Dairy Farmer's wicked chocolate pudding, made with a splash of our award-winning milk? Have a go at that sauce. Not bad for a farmer, eh?
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Stay cool and icy fresh. Mentos Ice Chewing Gum.
Nokia believes watching mobile TV, accessing email, and downloading music should be second nature, because technology should never get in the way of, well, human stuff. Nokia 6288.
Over 5,000 questions featuring Aussie sporting trivia. Buzz the Sports Quiz. Play to win.
I'm crispy. I'm garlicky. I am cheesy. I love walks on the beach. Just you and me.
Yes, we have a cheesy side. Try Domino's new cheesy garlic bread.
Domino's! The Nissan Challenge is on. We challenge you to find a better value four-wheel drive than the legendary Nissan Patrol, like the 3-litre ST Turbo Diesel with free registration and insurance from just $49,990. And we challenge you to find a better value four-wheel drive ute than the 110 kilowatt Nissan Navara STR. From just $32,990 for ABN holders, it's our best price ever. The Nissan Challenge. Take it up at your Nissan dealer now.
This program proudly brought to you by Kmart. Let's celebrate. Something for Christmas, something for you.
Welcome back to My Tonight. I was just thinking during the break, is it just me or are babies getting younger? Okay, it's time for some Return Fire!
Return fire!
I've had quite a bit of web traffic after my interview with Marsha Hines. Here's what annoyed some people. I love being nude on stage.
Do you?
Yeah, I once did a one-man show completely nude, the Vagina Monologues. Yeah. It was standing room only.
Was it?
Yeah, man,
Really?
I tell you. This email from Diane Wasp of Essendon was typical.
Dear David Tench, I have checked all the theatrical records and you never performed the Vagina Monologues. You are a liar and a fraud.
Thanks for the letter, Diane. Return Fire! I performed it under my stage name, Colette Mann. Do your research. Return Fire!
Return fire!
A lot of men find beautiful women intimidating. I'm the opposite. I find intimidating women beautiful. I'm terrified and turned on in equal measure right now because I'm joined by the woman who many people think will be our first female Prime Minister. Please welcome Labour MP Julia Gillard. Julia, it's great to have you here. You're looking fantastic. Have you had your hair done especially to come and see me?
Yes, I did, David,
You
especially to see you.
It looks fantastic, you little minx, you. I'm going to put this as delicately as I can.
Okay.
I know you're on TV now,
Right.
and you have to watch what you say. But when are you going to knife Kim Beazley in the back and take the leadership by force?
David, you're just being naughty. That's very naughty.
No.
No, very naughty.
Blink once, for I'll take him before the new year. Why, you blinked! Message received and understood. Are people in the Labour Party afraid that if you roll Kim, once he starts rolling, you'll never be able to stop him and he might do some major damage to public property?
David, you should think of politics. I think you'd be suited to it.
Okay. Julia, I know politics is the art of pretending you have no leadership ambitions whatsoever until just before you become leader. Or in Mark Latham's case, for 13 months after you become leader as well. Are you just pretending you don't want to be leader, Julia? You can tell me.
Oh, can I, David? I'm really happy doing what I'm doing. Shadow Minister for Health, Manager of Opposition Business, waiting for the next election. You know, all of those sorts of things. Yeah.
If things go as well as you expect at the next federal election, what shadow ministry are you hoping to get next? What do you think?
David, I'd be hoping to be Minister for Health because we would have won government, and I'd be hoping to be leader of government business and do all the parliamentary tactics from the government side.
Oh, you dreamer, you. Julia, as I see it, as an impartial observer, The biggest problem facing the Labour Party is that John Howard is absolutely fantastic and brilliant. Can we at least agree on that?
I think he's a clever politician, and I don't think that that's actually a compliment.
There's no need to get party political about it.
Oh, I think a lot of people would say that, whatever party they voted for. He's a clever politician.
Clever politician. Are you a dumb one?
I wouldn't want to be clever in that sense.
I see. If John Howard was Pinocchio, how long would his nose be?
Oh, I think it would circle Australia a few times and then come back round.
Yeah. According to my statistician, ironically, it would stretch all the way to Christmas Island and he'd have to be excised. If you had 5 minutes alone in a dark room with John Howard and there were no witnesses and all you had was a pair of nail scissors, what would you do?
I wouldn't be able to resist fixing his eyebrows.
His eyebrows! Oh, yeah. Oh, Julia, a joke's a joke, but they're beginning to freak me out. This show is on Channel 10, and Channel 10 has a lot of young viewers. At least they did before I drove them away. What can you do to make politics more appealing to young people? Could you start calling people dude more, or maybe we should show Parliament on YouTube? What do you think?
I don't think that would make people tune into it.
No?
I think young people interested in the issues, maybe not interested in the forms of Parliament and watching people hurl abuse at each other in question time, and I can understand that.
What about more skateboarding? Parliamentarian skateboarding would be pretty funny. I'd love to see Alexander Downer doing that.
I don't know about Alexander Downer, but I'm way too clumsy for skateboarding.
Really?
So, yeah, way too clumsy.
Okay. Tony Abbott likes cycling, doesn't he?
He does, but he wears lycra while he's doing it, and I don't think young people should be exposed to that.
No! Julia, Pauline Hanson did Dancing with the Stars. Jackie Kelly did Dancing on Ice. When are you going to sign on for Celebrity Survivor? Or is the Labour Party already that without the celebrities? What do you think?
I don't need to be in a rougher environment than I am, David. I'll just do my day job, I think.
When you were photographed in your kitchen for a newspaper article, it caused quite a fuss because the fruit bowl was empty, the cupboards were bare, and there didn't appear to be a scrap of food in the house. Now, do you regret having Kim Beazley house sit? What do you think? What do you think?
Looking at that shot, I should have spent more time tidying myself up and less tidying the kitchen, I think, but it was a pretty stressed time.
Yeah, you should have strategically placed things around, shouldn't you?
Like a 2-year-old?
Or maybe a 2-year-old, that's a good idea. You ask a lot of difficult questions in question time. Can I ask you a difficult question now?
Certainly.
It's a tough one, but I think you can handle it.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. 2 trains leave a station in opposite directions, one at 87 miles an hour, the other oscillating at 30-second intervals between 56 kilometers an hour and 64 kilometers an hour. The trains both depart their respective stations at 3 p.m. What is the name of the driver of the second train?
Fred.
Fred! That's pretty close. I would have thought it would be Ben. Oh, Julia Gillard, you have dominated Tench question time, but it's time for me to eject you from the house of Tench. Thank you for coming on my show.
Thank you very much, David.
Please thank Julia Gillard. More Tench on a stick after this.
Saturday, David Spade is
knocking butts
in the Kickin' Premiere comedy.
Mommy, this feels a little odd. Aren't you a little big for a stroller?
Aren't you a little big for a sidewalk?
Dickie Roberts, 8:30 Saturday on 10. Get into Woolworths Liquor and double up with our 2 for $52 offer. Buy any 2 selected 700ml bottles of spirits for just $52. Rush in and double up with our 2 for $52 offer at Woolworths Liquor.
Let's see how far it'll go.
New Ever Ready Gold, the longest lasting Ever Ready ever.
smooth.
Jetstar takes off overseas today. So now you can choose to fly Jetstar to some of the most fabulous holiday destinations in the world.
I'm off to Bali.
And because you only pay for what you use, you can fly for a fraction of the price you're paying now. It's called choice, and you get it from Jetstar. To choose your Jetstar international destination, visit jetstar.com.
Get set for Harvey Norman Stop and Go GPS sale. Stop wasting time getting lost. Go for 4 days of hot deals on GPS. All the major brands like TomTom, Navman, Garmin, Road Angel, Mio and Uniden, all powered by Where Is. Priced hot and ready to go. Stop and check the technology, the range, the value at Harvey Norman, your GPS specialist. And for 4 days only, go for the extra hot deals on all sat-nav units in stock. Plus, trade in your old street directory and get $50 off. Buy now in Harvey Norman Stop and Go GPS sale. Don't miss the signs. Must end this weekend.
If you want the freedom to shop anywhere with your money, get a St George Visa debit card. It's not a credit card, but you can shop online, over the phone and overseas, all for a flat monthly fee.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Top deals now for Christmas at GoLo. Advent calendars, great buying at $1.99. Grab a huge 50% off selected art canvases. Come and check out our huge range of Christmas decorations at amazing savings now. Look, single bottle pourers only $5.99. 75cm oscillating towel fans, just $29.99. This TV storage unit, unbeatable at $19.99. Wow, Create Racer Track, great fun at $14.99. Christmas is looking good at GoLo.
Toyota Yaris. All of Toyota's big ideas in one small car.
Welcome back to My Tonight. Time to check the Tench web polls. Last week's question was, what's the best way to discipline a child who's into masochism? 32% said, give them ice cream. 43% said, change their safety word without telling them. And 15% said, make them watch this show. Insulting, but it would build our audience. Tonight's Tench web poll question asks, should smoking be permitted in a restaurant if the restaurant is on fire? And yes, that includes cheroots. You can vote at davidtenchtonight.com. My next guest is freakishly tall. And it's not a glandular thing. It's a sporting hero thing. I am, of course, talking about Australia's greatest basketballer. Please welcome Andrew Gaze. Great to see you. Hey, man. How tall are you exactly?
I'm 201 centimetres, which is 6'7".
6'7"?
Yeah.
Right. Do you ever watch that scene from The Wizard of Oz where Dorothy meets the Munchkins for the first time and think, that's the story of my life? You ever think that?
I can't say I ever have thought of that. No, I haven't. But I'll maybe have to have a look at it and see if there rings any bells.
Andrew, hello, Mr. Gaze. Yeah. Now, it says here that you're the greatest basketball player Australia has ever produced.
No.
Isn't that a bit like being called Namibia's greatest ice skater?
No, actually, basketball in Australia is very popular, as you probably, I'm sure you've been aware of. The Opals just recently won the World Championships of...
Hey, go the Opals! That is brilliant!
No, our basketball team's doing really well, and our men just come off the World Championships where they put in a credible performance over there as well. So, no, things are going well right now.
You are the second highest scoring basketball player in the world after Brazilian Oscar Schmidt.
That's right.
Now, that's fantastic, fantastic. Now listen, Andrew, I know a way I can discredit this guy and get you to the top.
How do we do that?
I mean, a guy named Schmidt in Brazil. Now, come on! If he's not hiding a secret Nazi past, who is? You want me to get him for you? I'll out him.
No, that'd be, that's your call, I think.
Okay, I'll do it. Andrew, you've been appearing on Dancing with the Stars.
Yes.
Hey, did you see him, ladies and gentlemen? Wasn't he fantastic? Hey, you're not a dancer.
At all, as it's clearly been shown.
But were you worried about doing something that you weren't good at on television? Not that you should have been. It doesn't worry Daryl Summers.
That is very harsh. That is very harsh.
Oh, I'm a bitch, I
know. He's been very, very popular show, and he's done a great job with it.
Given that he's small and round, were you ever tempted to bounce Daryl Summers up and down a few times and then slam him through a hoop? Come on, say yes. Please say yes.
No, not with Daryl. Daryl was very good. Some of those judges I may have been, but not Daryl. No, Daryl's great.
Can you do a bit of the rumba for me while you're sitting down?
While I'm sitting down?
Yeah, while you're sitting down. Just rumba in your chair.
Well,
come on.
You got to. It's hard without any music. You got to get in the flow. And it's all. A lot of it's with the hand action. See that hand action there? So you like that, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
It comes back in and you bring it around and you bring it around like that.
Hey man, you're a natural.
It's a bit like this. I can go like this too.
Andrew, you're an ambassador for the National Australia Bank.
Oh, yes?
Which is a bit like being a tourism officer for a leper colony. Now tell me, Mr. Ambassador, why do I have to wait 15 minutes whenever I visit one of your embassies?
You're obviously not going to the National Australia Bank embassy because you're not waiting 15 minutes there. Their service is second to none.
What a great ambassador you are. What sent you prematurely grey, Andrew? Was it the lack of oxygen at such a high altitude?
No, you're right.
Or was it when the NAB showed you their real mortgage predictions for the next 20 years? That sent me white, man, I tell you.
Not at all. It's I started growing grey when I was 14 or 15, and I think I have to blame my dad for that.
Now, Andrew, with all your experience at dribbling, you must be looking forward to going senile.
No, well, I tell you, after this interview, I'm thinking, am I senile?
Apart from death, what does the future hold for Andrew Gaze?
Well, I hopefully continue to be involved in basketball. You know, basketball's been very, very good to me, and
your dad,
and my dad, and my whole family, and just trying to contribute and put back into the sport, and continue hopefully to provide opportunities for other youngsters coming up through the ranks to have experiences in the sport.
Oh, Andrew Gaze. Gee, it's been great having you here. Have you enjoyed yourself tonight?
Most parts I have. Most parts.
Are there any parts that we should edit?
Quite a significant portion of it, I would suggest.
Andrew Gaze, thank you for running me around the Tench court tonight.
Thank you for having me. It's great.
My pleasure. Thank you. Please thank Andrew Gaze. For Team Tench after this.
Coming up next on 10's Late News, a disgraced football player arrested. The massive damage left by a huge factory explosion. Their Royal Highnesses on a Tassie shopping spree. The history-making tee-off from space. And the controversial shake-up to welfare. Stay on 10, details next.
Hey guys, check this out.
Awesome! Got any more tricks?
Sure do. Hey! No peeking.
KFC's new boneless burger meal. Your favourite burger meal now with a piece of boneless chicken.
Still going.
Lightly coated in KFC's 11 secret herbs and spices. It's all great taste.
Ta-da!
No bones about it.
See? No bones. It's magic. Can't beat it, can't beat it.
KFC's boneless burger meal.
Can't beat that taste.
It's Toyota's over-the-top event. Get the world's best-selling car, Corolla Ascent manual, hatch or sedan, still only $19,990. And you could win a top-end adventure.
Welcome back to Club Tench. We're nearly out of... Excuse me. Hello? It won't take long. Sure. Yes. 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 You're welcome. Sorry, I have a sideline in phone sex. All right, time is up. But there's always time for a last burst of tench.
Last burst of tench!
Never order human in a New Guinea restaurant. Just say, I'll have the chicken special. I'm David Tench, and you've been watching my Tonight. Good night, Australia!
This program proudly brought to you by Kmart. Let's celebrate. Something for Christmas, something for you.